So, welcome to El Profe's classroom. Class is in session. And for tonight, we have a very, very, very special guest. She is from a podcast that I think is probably one of my favorite podcasts. And she's one of the hosts. And this is one of the podcasts, they talk about movies mostly, but it's always been tied to the idea of music as well. So having her as a guest, I thought was appropriate. Um, this is Marcie from the Movie Mixtape Podcast. Marcie, how are you?
Hi, Laz. This is like surreal. So this is like just so exciting for me because you were one of our first listeners and like one of the first people to ever write in. Like other than like people that we knew that were like, yeah, we'll listen, okay,
Yeah,
but you were
yeah,
like
yeah.
our first real genuine like listener. And I think it was shoplifters that you came in on and wrote an email about and then we just were just talking a little bit ago, but that was 3 years ago basically, and we've been friends ever since. And it's just like this is the beauty of like podcasts and the internet, and like just you can meet people and make friends all around the world. But yeah, this is so exciting. Thank you for asking me.
I mean, from the moment I started with songs, I was because for I mean for last I would call it a season or but for the last few times when the movie mixtape came out with an episode, one of it was about talking about a movie, but they the host, and if there was a guest, they would pick a song, that would mix well with that movie. So and in the Instagram reels, you would get like which song was is the better is the better
Yeah.
one. So I would always be like, I've never heard of these songs. So
Yeah.
so that was one of the reasons I was like, yeah, I definitely have to have them because I know that they probably will give me something that I've never heard before.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's that. I mean, I'm like movies with music. I love the discovery process. I
Yeah.
love finding new music, and when suddenly this new band is like, oh, or this new artist is like, oh, what is this? Let's go into this deep dive,
Yeah.
and like listening to everything they have. I don't know
I
if
love
that's how
that.
you
Yeah,
also.
I think what's great about music and like specifically like when you're listening to one song, especially when it's the first song of an artist, you kind of know right away if it's your vibe or not. And then if it's not, like you can keep listening to that song and then maybe it's just that song and you'll try something else. But when it clicks so hard, especially like for me, like this we'll get into this song that I picked today, but
Yeah,
this was one of those songs where the first time I heard it, I remember where I was. It's like kind of going to the movies, like you remember where you were, what movie, what theater you saw it in. I remember my car, where I was driving to,
yeah.
and I just remember like how it made me feel and how it makes me feel every time I listen to it. And like it's so funny the things you love, like the connections you make with them and the way they make you feel like it's something you don't ever forget for the rest of your life.
That is true. I There are songs that just leave that imprint,
Hmm.
and they as soon as you hear them, they transport you,
Yeah.
and that's the power of music. My dad, I don't even want to say it too much, but my dad used to tell us this story about this song, and I don't know if he's gonna because I want to have my dad as the final episode of this season,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he's gonna pick this song, so I don't want to spoil it. But 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 there's this song that he always has says the same story, and it basically takes you to miles and miles and miles from away from where usually were, and it puts you in that. It's like a time capsule
Hmm.
that you
I love that.
rediscover. Because
Yeah.
sometimes there's songs that you forget about.
Hmm.
There's new stuff all the time, but then there's this song that's you just listen to it and you're like, oh my god, yes, I remember
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. I love that. No, that like makes perfect sense because actually, so I got married in 2018, and even though it was kind of outdated, we made mixed CDs for all of our guests and we put like
Oh,
our
that's
playlist, and then I was very particular with our our DJ. And I said, you have to play this song at this time and this time and this time. So when people listened back to it, they would remember, like, oh, that was their first dance, or that's when they did the cake, or that's when they,
Amazing.
the first song everybody came out for. And some people do still text me about it and they're like, I still listen to your CD. And that's the one thing, like, okay, listen, vinyl came back, cassettes are back. I need CDs to get back so I can make mix CDs again for everybody, because that was my favorite. We always joke about it on the movie mixtape. Like Dirk, he's a little bit older than me, so he would make like the official mixtapes. But for me, it was I made mix
Same,
CDs.
same.
Yeah,
I would make a lot of. I mean, I was in that. I would make the cassette, the
yeah,
mixtapes, but also I did a lot of mixtapes on CDs as well.
yeah, yeah.
I used to have this. That's actually reminded me this. I used to have this like one hit wonders
Oh,
mixtapes. they were like they were like I don't know, Aqua Barbie Girl and
okay.
Catman and
I love it. I love it so
so yeah,
much.
it was I had a lot of fun like doing those kind of things. So
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially like in college. I don't know. Do you remember Rebecca Black? And she had that song called
oh,
Friday.
Friday,
Okay,
yeah,
so I
yeah.
had a friend in college. He absolutely hated that song, and we all had a radio. We all worked at the radio station together in college. And anytime any one of us saw him coming down the hallway, we would just start playing it, and he'd turn around and leave. But so I made him a mix CD one time. And it was just that song 10
Oh.
times. And he threw it in the back of we were in the car with him when he put it on. And the first time it played, he was like, ha ha ha. He plays the next one. He's like, next one, next one. He's like, is it all Friday? And we were like, yeah. And he took it out and threw it to the back of his car.
That's that's basically like doing like Rick rolling.
Yeah.
You Friday him.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. Let's bring that like bring that whole thing back, Rebecca Black, and just be like, you've been Fridayed.
You've been Friday.
I love this. Oh my
So so when I wrote to you and I
gosh.
was like, okay, what would be the song that you would pick if you had to pick your favorite song? What were the criteria that you used to come to this song that we're gonna be talking about?
Well, one, that's not a fair question because I
I
mean,
mean
like,
I know
oh my gosh.
I know.
I really like, I think I said, like, I even need some time to think about that. I don't think I really have just one favorite song. I think that's impossible. It's like kind of saying, like, even you have your favorite movies, you have your favorite books, even your favorite artist. You don't just have one. But for this, it was just like, what's a song that I can listen to anytime I'm feeling any certain way? What's a song that still gets me hype or emotional every time I listen to it? What's a song that I could listen to for the rest of my life and never get sick of? And I just thought of this song over and over and over again, and I was like, I think it has to be this. So then that's when I finally gave you my my answer.
So
Yeah.
tell everybody what's your song?
Yeah, so the song is called Meet Me in the Woods by Lord Huron, and I'm so excited. It was your first time listening to it, Laws.
Yes, first time listening to the song, first time listening to the artist. I never even heard of Lord Huron.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So so I mean I'm mostly a heavy metal music guy,
Okay. Yeah.
but I also like a lot of I mean I like music. So
Mm-hmm.
if anything catches my ear, but if something like if something came out in the 2000 in the two, 2002 to 2010, it was like, and it's not heavy metal, I do not listen to it.
I
I've,
get it.
it's one of those things you're like, oh yeah, this is too
Hmm.
soft, or
Yeah.
you're in that headspace. Now it's like, man, I wish I would have heard this song before, but
Oh, yeah.
I never heard Lord Huron, so I did my research. I went like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, I just listened to the song at first,
Okay, yeah.
because I didn't want to, get any ideas for what it was. I wanted to go in blind. I listened to the song, and I have to say, it basically it felt, and I was as soon as I heard the song, I would have to say this. As soon as I heard this song, I was like, this makes sense for Marcie. And I
I'll
don't
take
know
that
you
as a
that well.
compliment. I'll take
I
it
don't
as a
know you that well,
compliment.
but it felt like I was transported into a movie.
Oh, really? Oh, I
Yeah,
love
so
that.
it felt like otherworldly, like
Mhm.
so I listened to the whole album as well because I wanted
Oh,
to
that's like my
get it.
favorite album of theirs. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
I needed to get a sense of, because I don't know about you, but I'm an old school guy,
Mhm.
so I like listening to albums.
Yeah.
So and getting a sense of how a song fits in an album, and especially this album, which is it's almost like this song and this album felt like a book of folk tales.
Yes, yes, exactly. It is such
Yeah,
good storytelling, like the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, oh
yeah.
my God, I'm so glad you said that. I'm sorry.
So yeah, that was basically. But how did you discover Lord Huron?
Yeah.
How was that, experience, if
Yeah,
you
so
remember?
I do. So I don't think this is the first Lord Huron song I heard. There's actually they're kind of popular now, but they weren't for like when this album came out. So this album is from Strange Trails. It comes out in 2015. But before that, I can't remember what year. I think it might have been 2013, but they had a song called End of the Earth or To the End of the Earth. And that was like their big, like, everybody knew at least that one, or most people. Like, if you like this type of music, most people knew at least that one song. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we have this really cool independent radio station called WYEP, and it's all independently funded, which means they get to play whatever they want. Obviously, they have to blur out swears and things like that still, but this is where all the cool music is. This is where I find all my music basically.
Nice.
But even like before I found a lot of bands, the bands I liked, which are like Arctic Monkeys or The Strokes or Kate Nash, they were playing all of them. And that's what got me into this radio station. And I used to work in downtown Pittsburgh and I was commuting to work one day and this came on. Now, they don't announce the songs until like they'll play like four or five in a row and then they'll go back and say what they were. So the song just kicks off, and the song is just like so quiet at first. Like you can hear it, and then there's like this build up, and then it just like kicks in, and you're like, what is this? So I'm pretty sure I got to where I needed to park for the day, but I waited until they said what it was. You can go online and see what their playlist is, but usually it's always out of order. And I was like, there's no way I can miss
Um,
what this was. So immediately added it to like every playlist I could and then like listened to the whole album. And then it just went from there. Like my love for the band was immediate after that song. That album, like I said, Strange Trails from 2015 is my favorite album of theirs. And I just think they're a lot of fun, but really good storytellers and really like folky. Like you said, they're like indie rock, but folky. But then they get a little weird sometimes too. Like their album after this one, Vita Noir, it gets like a little techno-y and electronic, which just sounds odd, but
okay.
they can pull it off. Like they can do a lot of different things. Yeah.
I mean, there are some elements of electronic music in
Yeah.
this song as well.
Yeah.
In this album, they're not predominant at all. It's just like little flourishes, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was one of those songs. I really I was it's one of those. It gives you a mood. It sets a tone. It's
Hmm.
almost, it's very atmospheric. It's
Yeah.
There's this the reverb that they use for the vocals and for the
Hmm.
sound basically in general, and it gives it this like dreamlike thing. And I
Yeah.
read somewhere that it felt, I don't know if it was like a comment on the YouTube video or
Mhm.
something, that it said like it felt like you were walking into like a fog, like
Yeah.
like driving into a fog or walking into a foggy forest.
Hmm.
And I think they pulled that off very, very well, because
Yeah.
they it's a sound that it's definitely something that I would never have heard here.
Hmm.
It's very Americana.
Hmm.
I don't know, there's anything similar. I'm sure there's similar styles in different places, but it feels very US based.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that idea of driving through a desert and then or suddenly finding a foggy forest in Seattle or something like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know
no.
where they're from, but it sounds like
Yeah.
music from Washington State.
Yeah, I think originally I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are from Michigan originally, but they like so there's a Lake Huron in that area, so they're kind of named after the lake, but they're very like you're familiar with like the Red Rocks amphitheater, right, in
Yes,
Colorado.
yes,
I've never been, but like if I go, this is who I want to see like in that amphitheater because it's just like they
it
are so
works.
outdoorsy to me. They are, and I love nature so much. So that's probably a big element about why I love them. But I've been lucky enough to see them live 4 times now.
Oh wow,
And
nice.
yeah, one time was at a music festival and we were front row, which was really cool. 2 times in well, three, and then the other 3 times were in Pittsburgh. One time they opened up for Casey Musgraves, who's another singer I absolutely love, which I couldn't believe they were opening up for. I was like, two of my favorites. Like, what are the chances? But their individual sets that I've been to, they make it very naturey, like the layout and everything, but
Mm.
they will go all out. Like so the lead singer, he'll wear like a skull mask sometimes singing this song. I'll have to send you some pictures because he
Oh yeah,
looks
yeah.
so cool. But what's so great about it is, and they've played it every time I've seen them, which is like because this is my favorite song by them, no doubt. And it sounds exactly like it does. Like, it starts off really slow and quiet, and then when it kicks up, but what's funny is like every time I've seen it live there's people around me that don't know the band as well, and they see me singing along, and they're always like, "What is this song?" But they don't ask about other songs, they always ask about
This,
that one. And I was like, "Yeah, I think it clicks with a lot of people like instantly."
I mean, I think it's a song that I mean, and I don't want to get into too much of the technical thing, but
Hmm.
it's a song that's not very complex
Yeah.
in its. I mean, in the song making process, it's not a lot. It's not very complex. It has the verses, the chorus, and it's all very. Somebody might say that it's kind of repetitive, but I
Hmm.
think that works for what they're trying to do because
Yeah. Yeah.
they're trying to set this whole mood, this tone,
Hmm.
and I think it it works in that way because it catches you. It's
Hmm.
easy to catch. It has a good melody and
Hmm.
it just works. I think it's a great song.
Yeah, I like to imagine it's one of those songs like whenever like, they're recording it that they all go, "We did it." Like
Oh
we
yeah.
got one. Like we got one for everybody. 'Cause I've shared this song with a lot of people too, and everyone seems to at least they say they I don't know if they don't want to offend me, but at least I know like they say like they like it for the most part. And every time I see it live, like you can just see people be like, "Wow," and like blown away because it's just I don't know they all really like mix well together to this band like live, and I just think they have such a great dynamic and they just look like they came out of the woods too. When
Yeah,
you
yeah,
see
yeah, yeah.
them they just all look so cool. And yeah, I just think that I was saying like one of the criteria is like I can listen to the song when I'm feeling any certain way. When I'm happy, I dance to it. When I'm feeling down, the lyrics bring me comfort. When it's like spooky Halloween time, it works. You know what I mean? It's a little bit eerie when if you want to make it eerie, but it could
Oh yeah.
also be strangely sweet at the same time if you want it to be like we're all broken and bad people, but we can find connections with people. Like nobody's perfect basically. And I mean, I could listen to the song. Like I think prepping for this, I just kept listening to it over and over because and I never get sick of it. Like, and I think that's like a perfect song when you can just listen to it over and over like that.
I was thinking if this song would pair really well with like in a supernatural episode, like
Yeah. Yeah.
the TV show Supernatural,
Yeah.
because it has that. I think one of the things I liked a lot is the lyrics. They're very um they're definitely there's definitely a story to tell, but you don't really have to know the whole story.
Hmm.
I don't know if I didn't do that much of research to know if all the songs, if this is a concept album or just different songs that have the same, are on the same wavelength. But this song specifically, it gives you all the story you need in
Hmm.
the lyrics, and you can take it very much in different ways, like you said, and I think I like the idea of oh, I'm walking into these woods, and it could be something nice, but it could be that I'm meeting myself.
Yeah.
So some in the song as well, but I think it's open to interpretation. That's what I
Yeah,
like.
that's what I love, like, because it's not telling you to feel a certain way. It's just like when
Yep.
you watch a movie like this, it's yours to make it what you want to make it. And like I said, like it's there for me whenever I need it because it can morph into what I need it for specific days and specific feelings. And like that, I think music is the most healing of all things. Like when you're, especially when you're feeling down or you're in a good mood and you want to celebrate, so you want to dance. So you just, but I'm the type of person I can dance to anything. And this is a song I've definitely bopped around to because it is really catchy and dancey. But then if you want to make it sad and feel down while listening to it, you can do that too. It's really wild that a song can do so much for
It's super
one song.
versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely. And I was thinking if there was something similar that I could, like, if I was trying to explain this song to my grandmother, or my grandfather, who you know this is not the kind of music they would have listened to.
Yeah.
I was like, how would you make uh, like the contrast to Puerto Rico? And I was like, I don't think there's anything like this. Um, I think most thing I would think that gives you this whole, like, vibey, it's probably like the reggae, the neo reggae thing,
Okay.
like that the Latin reggae that came out during the, I think, a little bit earlier than this, during the 90s and
Okay.
2000s, because it has this similar, it gets you moving, but it's
Hmm.
not like it's because it's Caribbean island,
Hmm.
it's more like dancey than anything, but
Yeah.
reggae slows it down.
Hmm.
So, and
Yeah.
this is a song that feels good in the tempo that it has. If this was faster, I don't know if it would work as well.
No, I don't think so. No. And I'm glad like whenever, because sometimes when you see somebody live, they'll switch it up sometimes. Like I've seen certain people play fast songs slow or slow songs fast, but they always keep it the same. And I think exactly like you hit the nail on the head. Like what it is, don't mess with it. You found the perfect recipe, leave it as is. Like don't put any
You
more ingredients in this song,
you
please.
don't need it. You don't need
Yeah.
it. You have all the elements there, and I think it's a great song. It definitely made me want to listen to more of,
Oh, I'm so
which
happy to hear that.
which
Yeah.
is cool, because it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I've never heard this. I might like it. I might not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when luckily, I mean, I guess sometimes when you're asking people for their favorites, um, I haven't, like, I've done, this is the fifth episode. I don't think I've hated or
Oh,
disliked any of the songs
hmm.
yet. I mean, and also it's kind of fitting. I saw their performance of this song
Oh
in the
yeah.
KEXP. I
Yeah.
don't know if you know that channel on YouTube.
No, I don't know. I'll have to
Oh,
check that
I
out.
think you'd
Okay.
love this.
Okay.
KEXP is like, I think I would guess it's similar to what you listen to on
Okay.
Discord,
Okay.
but they do YouTube videos
Okay.
as well of the
Oh, cool.
live performances, and they did a little, performance for them.
Oh, cool.
So, and I listened to the live version in not with fans, but in the studio, and it was good. I
Yeah.
really liked the live version as well. Um, so yeah, it has that. It's like we said. very versatile. You can you can listen to the recording, you can listen to a live version, and it'll give you
Yeah.
whatever you need.
Yeah, can I tell you like when I listen to that whole album, can I tell you the movie or movies that I think of while
Yeah,
listening to that? I
of course.
don't know why. Maybe like if you go back and listen to the whole thing, but when I listen to that whole album, I think of Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 and about
Oh,
her like coming back for her revenge and like getting everybody back for what they did to her. Like there are some really
yeah.
good songs that like just it makes me think of her so much, the bride as she's called. And I don't know why, but like if we were to ever cover Kill Bill on the movie mixtape, like I would just be like, everyone just listen to this album and see if you feel what I feel. But that's just I don't know. But I love that you said supernatural because that's the other great thing too, is like the beautiful thing about music is like it you tie it to other things you love and enjoy
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I could see that fitting in here. Or like did you ever like used to make like those fan videos where like you'd like put like clips of things to like songs you like and I
Oh,
wasn't great.
yeah.
I wasn't great at it, but I used to try to do it back before like YouTube was like illegal. No, we're not doing
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah. I don't think I ever posted any of those, but I definitely definitely did that.
Yeah.
Um, when the movie I thought I thought about Supernatural, but that was more of the because it had that feeling of there's something if you go into these woods, there's something that might you might not like.
Yeah, yeah.
um, but it also gave me I don't know if you've seen this movie, but Blood Simple by the Coen
Yeah,
Brothers.
I can see that. Oh my gosh.
So
Yes.
something like that simple, something like Miller's Crossing as
Yeah,
well.
I love Miller's Crossing.
Those
Yes.
early Coen Brothers films.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so funny you say that too, like even just the versatileness of it, like what movies or things you can apply to because I picked this song actually one time for the movie mixtape and I picked it for Princess Mononoke. So, because
Oh wow.
I know, but it like matches that too, like with Ashitaka and San, it just like that's them coming to meet like, as equals and then like accepting each other for their flaws and whatnot. But I that's like why I think this song is so incredible. Like it can just apply to so many different things. Like it's so cool. Like you don't meet a lot of songs, or I love how you say meet. I said meet, like you're gonna meet it like it's a person. But you don't hear a lot of songs like I mean you do, but you're like very lucky when you do. Like you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
It
Oh
feels
yeah.
like okay. And then
You
like
know,
connection immediate, like you're like oh, these guys are my guys. But what I love too also I wanted to mention, they don't always have female vocals on their songs, but
okay.
this one they do and it just
Oh,
makes
yeah.
all the difference just having that in the chorus. Oh, it's so good.
This also reminded me about I I should have looked for it, but I forgot to search it. But did you ever see the True Detective the first season?
Yeah, yes,
Oh,
yes, yes.
that theme song that they have?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, I used to love that theme song.
Yeah, yeah, it's
And
so good.
this song is like in that same vein.
Yeah. I love that. Oh my gosh, that is so cool because I could see let's make a fan video where we put this over the True Detective
The
one
True Detective.
intro.
Yeah.
It would work though.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like what's so much fun about it. Like I love that. Now I kind of want to go back and watch True Detective season 1 because it falls off after after
No,
that.
just
But
watch first. The first season is the
it's
only one.
so good. It's so perfect. We didn't know
It's
how good we
so
had
good.
it. Yeah.
And that theme song as well is such
Yeah.
I don't remember the name right now, but
Yeah, I can't even think of who, but I know I can hear it right now, but I can't even think of the singer. But I used to just like listen to that too all the time. But yeah, there's just something like too about like I love Fleet Foxes and Father John Misty, but I love Leonard Cohen and
yeah, yeah,
Johnny Cash, and like it feels like it's just it's a mix of all these different people and genres,
yeah.
and that's what's so much fun about this group too.
I found it. It's the Handsome Family.
Okay,
Far from Any Road. It's such a great song. If you
yeah, it
never
is.
the people out there, if you've never heard that song, it's so good. But yeah, I agree with what you said. And also it's interesting. I saw an interview and with the I think he's a singer and also he plays the guitar.
Yeah,
Ben Schneider, I think that's his
yeah.
name.
Yep.
and he was talking about the impact that the Beatles had on his music.
Hmm.
It's very fitting that the last episode was a Beatles song. For this, and that's a my favorite. The last
Yeah.
episode was a Beatles song. We were talking about the impact. You know, you might not like the Beatles now because it's, I think some people find it, edgy to hate on the Beatles now. But but there's nobody can
Nobody can
deny the,
replicate what they
yeah,
did.
and
Yeah.
or the impact. Nobody can deny the impact it had on later music because
Hmm.
the very artists say how they were impacted
Yeah.
by the Beatles. So this one fits perfectly
It's
in
a
the
perfect baton handoff. Yeah, this
yes,
is
yes,
great. Oh, I love that.
definitely.
And well, now the next song will be inspired by Lord Huron, right? So there we go.
We'll see, we'll see.
Yeah.
So basically that's Lord Huron, Meet Me in the Woods, a great song. I recommend it, a very high recommendation. And if you can, have a glass of whiskey and put it in the dark, you get sit in the dark in your balcony with a whiskey in your hand. I think this is fits perfectly for that.
Oh, that's actually that yeah, I think that's a great compliment for this song. Like, yeah, I might go do that tonight. So, after I get my kid in bed, of course. But
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. So I want to thank Marcie for joining me here. Can you tell us a little bit more about the movie mixtape and what you have coming up?
Yeah. Well, Les, I just want to say thank you so much because this has just been so special. Like, you're a genuine friend, and just to be a part of this means a lot to me. So thank you for including me. We got to get you on the mixtape. I already said
Yes,
that before we started recording. But so yeah, the movie mixtape. We have this great little inside joke about dads, and it's like, dads, am I right? And it's something my co-host Dirk started. So right now, what we like to do is, like, you used to make mix CDs or cassette tapes, like we were talking about. Well, they would be a certain theme. So we have a theme for each mix, and there's four movies in each mix. So right now we're doing a Dad's Am I Right mix. We have to film, record it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll start doing video. This was pretty nice, actually. It wasn't that bad, as bad as I thought.
yeah.
But we are about to do a little movie called The Empire Strikes Back. Don't know if
Just
you've ever
a
heard of
little
it.
small
Just a
movie.
little tiny movie, maybe some of you have heard of it. I don't know. But that's a very big, sorry, spoiler, but a very big dad movie. And
Very
so we like to, I'll pick an episode, Dirk will pick an episode. We like to do a shared episode. This is our shared pick. And then every mix we like to have a friend on. And so, Luz, I'm gonna definitely send you some future mixes, and you gotta come on soon, okay?
definitely, definitely. So I'm gonna have all the info for the link to the Spotify and to any other link and the Instagram. And so you can join, you can listen to the movie mixtape. It's a really, really great podcast because it doesn't get it's always very hopeful. I think that's one of those things that from from all the time I've been listening to the podcast, and I think from the people who have sent emails or messages or all that, I think that's probably one of the constant things, that it feels like a family,
Hmm.
and that it feels like a hopeful look at movies, and not not the, let's just tear stuff down.
Yeah. No, everybody's welcome at the movie. We want to like, because if somebody really like loves something and they're brave enough to share it with you, it deserves all the respect and attention. And that's exactly what you're doing, Laws, right now with this music and these songs. And I love that. I love the positivity, and I think that's something we all need now, like more than ever. So keep it
Yeah,
going, okay, everybody?
yeah, no, no, and it's kind of inspiring. So the movie mixtape, I really, uh for anybody who hasn't heard it, you should go out and listen to that podcast because it's a great movie podcast. and they also share a lot of well, I don't know if they're gonna be sharing songs anymore.
Well, yeah, Spotify's been like after us, but we'll still talk about music a lot. We really got to think of like a better. If you got any ideas,
Yeah,
Lost, we're happy to hear them.
there has to be some way,
I know.
but because it's part of that feeling that the movies give you, that
Mhm.
with music as well. I think music is very important to a movie. Actually, you know, sometimes movies, if with no music, movies don't work.
I know, I know. You know what? This is so great. Just a little tidbit. It's been really fun watching movies with my daughter recently. She's only 3, but she has picked up movie scores, like she can hear them. And she always goes, "What is that music?" And I say, "It helps tell the story." And so movie scores are like one of my all-time favorite things. They're so vital, they're so important. But I'm just so happy that like it wasn't me telling her to listen for it. She's just been hearing it on her own, and
But
it's been adding another layer of fun to our movie watching. Yeah.
no, that's awesome, and I think yeah, uh, go out, listen to the movie mixtape. Very well recommended by El Profe. So thank you, Marcie.
Thank you,
That's
Loz.
about it. Class dismissed.
All right, thank you.